My name's Susie Anthony. I'm project leader on this exhibition, 3D Printing the Future. The overarching thing that you can see around us is a huge display of about 600 objects that really express how 3D printing has inspired an explosion of creativity. One of my favourite exhibits here is the display of a 3D printed scaffold that's actually designed to go into somebody's skull and help their bone to grow and heal an injury in their skull. I think my other favourite are the 3D printed aeroplane hinges that could make aeroplanes so much lighter than they are now by actually printing a much more efficient shape that's just as strong but much lighter.
I'm Professor John Hunt from the University of Liverpool in the UK Centre for Tissue Engineering. We've brought a blood vessel on the left and then a whole organ, a bladder, on the right, and we're 3D printing these materials and then in the lab culturing cells with them to prepare them ready for implantation so that these devices now not only repair the body, they actually regenerate that part of the body. You can now get the real structure from a CT scan or an MRI scan, and then you can digitally map that, and then you can take exactly that right part for the patient, for that person, and print it correct for the space that you're going to create. And that's a really valuable opportunity. That's where 3D printing provides us with the opportunity to make this more cost effective.
My name's Professor Richard Haigh from the University of Nottingham. It's a prosthetic arm that has embedded functionality, it's got articulation, it's got lightweighting, it's got sensing. So it's got sensors that connect it to the stump, and it's got fingertips at the end. And although at the moment this doesn't work, it embodies what we're trying to do as a research group, where we're trying to print in everything. At the moment 3D printing is good for making clever shapes but in single materials, components really, components of a system. And what we want to do is print the whole thing in one go. So the example of the prosthetic behind has actually been printed in one go, and it moves and it's lightweighted and it's got functionality to it, or hopefully it will have functionality in the future.
I'm Evan Davis, presenter on Radio 4's Today programme, and this is Evan Davis, presenter on Radio 4's Today programme. You probably can't even tell the difference, can you? So Science Museum asked me to come in, said it wouldn't take long and would be quite painless, and all I had to do was stand on a little turntable. They revolved it round once while taking pictures of me. That gave them a sort of 3D template. When I had this done, I'd actually just broken my wrist, so you got my wrist in plaster, and it brings it all back, the pain and the tribulations of having plaster cast on my arm. I'm reminded of it all. It is a very, very good 3D printout, and in full colour, perfect example of the form. And I think 3D printing is one of those technologies that's exciting because we haven't thought of all the things we're going to be able to do with it yet. We will go on thinking of things that it can disrupt or revolutionise or change. New, better, more sophisticated applications. I don't think we yet know what it's going to achieve, and that's what makes it so exciting.